Today is National Solitaire Day, so that will be going on in the background throughout the video. That's it, that's the cold open. Welcome back to Day of the Day. We start with one of those rare Twitter suggestions. One of those ones that I see while scrolling through Twitter that isn't on the website that I'm using, but apparently according to Twitter it is World Goth Day, and I am all kinds of about that. Yeah, I'm not saying I have a type because I don't, but if I did, it'd be punk, not goth, but goth is a good, close second. Today is also National Craft Distillery Day. Okay, go off. I ain't about to try and do craft beer and make it. I assume this is talking about home craft, which doing it yourself is not a good idea. Craft beers are often quite good in general. The problem I have is for some weird reason England decided to adopt the IPA as its craft beer of choice, and I don't like Indian Pale Ales normally for the vast majority of them. Things like pilsners and sours are great. Saisons, they're all great. They're all good, real good types of craft beer. We chose the IPA, the shittiest, blandest type of craft beer going. Good job, England. Next up, it's World Paloma Day, which is apparently a Mexican cocktail. I've never heard of it personally, and I'm not about to go check whether or not I have the stuff to make it because, well, I just don't fancy drinking, honestly. Next up, National Maritimes Day. The Maritimes are the places where they do the shipping and such. It's not super interesting. If we weren't in lockdown and if I could have been asked, would have gone to the Maritimes down and over in Liverpool, which might have been fun. Or just and it would have been the shortest shot I had for the idea I had, which was just basically walking into frame going, yep, this was worth the trip, and then walking out of shot, and that's it. That's the whole joke. It wasn't that funny. I don't think it was that funny anyway. I don't know, maybe you disagree, but I didn't do it given the current circumstances and amount of effort that would be involved in it. Next up, National Vanilla Pudding Day. Pudding's great. I don't know, we don't really call anything, we don't define anything as pudding here. Yogurt, sort of moussey sort of thing. But yeah, no, all that kind of stuff is great. All, generally. Unless, you're ruining it, Cream cheese. Cream cheese is a good way of ruining anything that's supposed to be a sweet. I'm still on about that. I will never not be on about that. Today is National Buy a Musical Instrument Day as well. And I would almost be tempted, but honestly, just for the bit, I am actually kind of interested in learning to play an instrument at some point in my life. Probably like a keyboard or something, realistically, because you can do fun shit with a keyboard. Like an electric keyboard that you can do, yeah. The type of thing Seth Etherman uses. But all of those, even if I wanted to get something cheap, are fairly expensive, and I currently don't have an income, basically. So, yeah, that's not worth it. I can't exactly claim that as a business expense just because it's vaguely relevant. The remaining 3 days are a bit different, in the sense that they're a relative day, but to something that I'm not currently aware of, so we'll find out what that is when we get there. As it is the Friday before Memorial Day, whatever the fuck Memorial Day is, but we'll get to that. All 3 of these days, the next 3, are all that. They're all the Friday before Memorial Day, so let's see what those are, and if they have any indication as to what the fuck Memorial Day is. The first one of those days is National Cooler Day. I assume it means the cooler as in the thing you carry drinks around in. Yeah, okay. So I assume that is that is relevant to something that you do on Memorial, probably whatever celebrations you happen to be having on it. The next one is National Road Trip Day, which makes me think that you're probably going to see people. Is probably why you're taking a road trip. Maybe you're just going for a road trip, and who doesn't like a road trip given proper planning and actual good ideas and actual reason to do road trip instead of just road tripping for the sake of road tripping, or doing the same thing you do every year as a road trip, which is apparently something people do, and that sounds really stupid to me. And finally, as I think I have actually ran out of moves there. I don't know how in focus it is for you, but I will try and get a better shot of it. Maybe you can see a move that I can't. I've got two cards left in the pile, and I think I'm stuck with the Solitaire game, which made this recording so much longer, and we have so much fun editing all the time I went back over to do that. But the final day is Don't Friday, and I had a stir fry for tea, so I've 100% broken that that ethos, or that mentos, whatever, that idea. Because I'm gonna say fuck that idea anyway. What's the point? What does that got to do? I honestly have no idea what Memorial Day is for you Americans, and I don't really care, but I'm sure we're gonna find out anyway because that's the nature of this series. Join the flock and subscribe. Rolling straight into it, embrace the chaos, which I said twice in the other video the other day instead of what I should have said at the end, which was to change the world. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.